Good morning. So this will be a very quick video. Beystor Makoala once more. I spoke about the challenge that I have with this shotgun. So I'm gonna try and take it this part apart so I can have a look at what's happening. So quickly, you will remember that all we have to do, I didn't have this on yesterday, so we have to unscrew that, undo that completely. I did put a little bit of like grease there, so luckily there's no cleaning today. Once this thing pops off, we will then move over to the magazine nut or whatever it's called. It's just to keep this magazine tube in place all the way, and then once more we have to do the same thing over there. We need patience. This one does take a bit of time. I'm gonna make sure it's completely off. So there we go, it's out. So I believe I have to just, there we go, it just did itself there. I still had a dummy round in there from the testing that I just did. So these are dummy rounds, so they won't go off. There's no ammunition in this room or in the house. So I'm just gonna set them aside for now and see if I can get this right. I was looking at a video of a Stoeger M3000, but this thing is slightly different to that. So I believe one of the first things I'd have to do is remove the bolt and the bolt spring. Let me see if it works the same. I believe I need to either from this side or that side push that. It is indeed that side, so it's coming out the other way over there. So I'm gonna put it nicely there, and this guy should just come off. I'm gonna have to remove this dude over here. Let me see if I can use this, because the tool for this is in my wrench bag, but I didn't tighten it too much, so it should easily just come off with just a few turns using pliers. And I'll use my hand once it gets to a point where it's nice and loose. There's a bit of oil in here, or ballista. Now let me see if I can figure this out quickly, unless I have to also remove this over here, but that doesn't seem to be the case. There's nothing holding it really over there. What I really need to get to is this area here. Okay, so it is currently on fire, and it looks like I am able to just pull that off. I'll clean this nicely, but where I want to get to is getting to understand what stops this. Oh yes, found my problem. Now, because I lost the screw there, it seems like you'll see when I push here what happens. This thing goes to the forward position, and what seems to be a stopper is due to the fact that I try and load that. Let's see if we can quickly get this back in there and figure out if that's indeed the thing that stops it. No, it doesn't seem to be the case, because it's right here at the back, because I do manage to push that forward, and something blocks it from here. Okay, I don't know if it's just alignment. See, it should just slide all the way in like that without. So luckily there's nothing inside there, and I did check when I cleaned the firearm. So let me see if I can dual load, so I get to figure out how far I can go, or maybe even find the problem, because usually when I have one already up, so this is my problem. I don't know how to fix this. So if you have any pointers, please do let me know in the comments window below, because this is exactly what my problem is over here. I don't know what's happening right here in front. I'm gonna try and see if I can take that apart. somehow. Okay, I'm gonna stop the video, have a look at it, and come back. So I got bigger pliers, so I was able to just pull it off, and it shot right through towards the front. Because there are springs, I'm gonna try and be really careful. That slides all the way out to the front and back. I'm not going to take anything apart at this stage when it comes to this component, because my interest is what's happening here. If I'm able to remove this housing here, making sure that I keep everything pointed the same way so I don't mix it up when I put it back on. Okay, so doesn't look like there's much more I can do here other than here's this thing moving. However, the only other thing is that there's a spring inside that I struggled to get off yesterday or remove. My hands are now full of Beystor, so it's really slippery when wet. So yeah, look, just for the sake of trying again, even though I don't think there'll be a difference at this stage, I'll just try and keep that pushed down in there and maybe use my support hand for that, or if I then can use my support hand to keep this dummy round in the tube, and then use my strong hand to push the other one in. It is a mission. It's a mission with slippery hands. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Alright, something must have been blocking this thing, because I am able to now push a few dummy rounds down there. The third one may be tricky as well, but I just need to hold it. Okay, but it felt good, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on that one. Just gonna put those away while I have the opportunity. I'm gonna Beystor a little bit inside there. Do a little bit of Beystor, not a lot. Some of the pins here, not a lot. A pin. Then I'll give it a nice clean. Right, everything is perfect, so I'm going to be taking everything back in. I did miss the springs over here, the trigger. It should be fine. Let that one work itself in while I clean this baby over here. Nothing on the inside there, just a tiny bit, just an old towel, maybe even a cloth is better. Okay, it's fine as long as there's no oils around this area here. feeds into the magazine tube. Because then, as with pistols, it's not recommended to really put oil in the barrel. So now that we have this, I need to, oops, that's what I was not intending to do. Clean this nicely. On the inside as well, till it's nice and shiny. Clean up the bolt. Nice and clean. These are reliable shotguns. Looks like I wanna need to get some lube, but I'll just ballistill this a little bit here and not wipe it. It's part of the action. And leave that aside. Okay. My hands. Just focus on the trigger, clean it up nicely. Trigger housing. Okay, there's that spring there. I don't want this thing to shoot off, so I'm gonna be careful. Going to be really careful there. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to overdo it, otherwise the spring comes off and I'm in trouble. I don't find it like I couldn't find the other bolt, or screw rather. Now I need to remember how this thing goes in. Okay, now I managed to put everything back together. With that, I'm going to just slide this part back in. Hold on. Just make sure that it's nicely aligned. All the way back. And just get our retainer there. Screw it back on. Till it slides. And then tighten it at the back here as well. Make it nice and tight. And then finally, we put this back on. Let's just get the pen and the tools out the way. I may need just this one tool for now, because just going to hand tighten this bit over here. And before I go grind this small screw, I'm going to test it as is. Put it there and then gently use my fingers, slippery fingers, hand tighten that, maybe just a little bit, just one twist, maybe two, because I'm yet to test. Okay, just get the dummy rounds again, clean them up, slippery. And let's test the trigger. Right, it locked back, should be fine. So I'm gonna drop the bolt forward nicely, then test the trigger. Works fine. Drop one of these in there. Okay, there we go. Let's see now if we are able to, and it's working. Thanks a lot once more for watching Beystor Makoala Training Academy, www.beystor.co.za. That was a quick overview of what happened, what went wrong, to a point where my Stoeger wasn't able to load from the loading port or the loading gate, and I was able to fix that. It took a bit of time because I'm also being the cameraman at the same time, but I do appreciate your support. If this helps anyone out there, put that in the comments window, right? And please subscribe and like and share, and let's make sure that we safe out there and enjoy competition shooting.